Well, YouTube, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I am a hobbyist I've been a hobbyist for life, basically. I was 13 years old when I got my first nitro. Before that, I did have some electrics, Tamiya electrics, and always been into RC cars and RC. It's always been my passion. Primarily nitro. Ever since I've got into nitro, when I was 13, like I said, that's been my passion. I actually didn't own any electrics up until last year, and that's only because I wanted to get back into it, and then electrics is the thing basically. So I wanted to give it a try and just start off with a hobby again. And I do have some electrics, but I really don't plan on buying too many more. I plan on maybe picking up some more nitros just to compare what was out there with what's out there now. I do have a couple of shelves of just all nothing but RC vehicles. I think I have close to 40 RC vehicles, and I want to say that only maybe 4 or 5 of those are electric. I plan to keep it that way. Maybe an on-road electric would be the next and only one. I have off-road electrics, and I've got my race ones for indoor carpet nights. So then I plan on keeping it that way. So I plan on focusing on nitro. That's my passion. That's what I like to do. This is my old race buggy. I haven't ran this thing in maybe 12 years or more. This is a Losi 2.0, a Losi 8 2.0. This was a kit version. It's got a few little upgrades here and there, but I'm going to get this one going just to run around the yard, just to reminisce. This thing handles awesome. I really never use any of my race buggies outside of the track. I usually stick to just having my race vehicles on the track. This one here has never been run on the road. I've never ran it even in the yard, so that's how I am with all my race vehicles. But I'm going to run it in the yard because there's not too many nitro races going on anymore, especially in the area. So I'm gonna get this one ready to run in the yard. Like I said, I never really run my race vehicles in the yards here or in the street or anything. I use them just on the track. I'm not sure why. I just don't like putting extra abuse on them if I need the precision on the track. Usually when you beat them up on the street here, you start getting some wear and whatnot on the parts, and just stuff is not as tight as it could be. So if I have a current race vehicle, I will not run it on the street or on the yard here at all. Not even for testing. I'll wait for a practice day at the track, and then that's when I'll run my vehicles. This one here, I want to say this is pretty much a retired nitro buggy. It's got a great engine, and this engine was not. It's probably only been in a few races, so it's got very little use on it. I want to say it's just past its break-in. So I'm gonna use this buggy out here. It's an old buggy, and still a great platform, the Losi 2.0, Losi 8 2.0. So then I'm gonna have some fun with this in the yard. Sorry, I got the YouTube videos playing in the background. I like watching YouTube as well, so what got me into wanting to make some videos for you guys. And also, this is kind of like a personal diary, I guess you would say. I get to share my collection and have fun while doing it. So, and my kid, when he grows up, he'll be able to watch all these videos, and then hopefully he'll have all those cars. So, and he'll enjoy them. So I know he already is totally into watching Daddy run. So, but he's only 2 years old, so we'll see. So then in the works, I do have. So this buggy, I'll make a video on this buggy. This, like I said, this is a Losi 2.0. This is a race buggy with a pretty nice OS spec engine. I do have a JADO that I'm putting back together. I have another JADO as well. I have 2 JADOs here. One of them is just a Craigslist deal that I'm putting back together. We're gonna run it, put it through its paces. I plan on getting a speedometer so that I can fill you guys in on what the speed is on all these vehicles, actually, and just for my sakes too, just to know and have a document of how fast these all go. And then speaking of fast, I have a Schumacher Fusion 28, which is a pretty unique model. It was a 1/10 scale on-road sedan, and that thing, it's supposed to go 80 miles an hour. So it's a 3-speed transmission with a 28 size big block Pico engine. And that one has not even been started. It's not broken in or anything. So I'll be breaking it in, and we'll be giving it a run. I did have a Schumacher Fusion Pro 21. So that's the previous versions to the one that I have now. And that thing was a monster. It's a ton of fun. It's just plenty of power. 21 size engine. Also a Pico. And that thing, one of my favorites. I sold it though because I kind of got out of the hobby for a little while, and it's just repetitive vehicles, so I figured I'd get rid of some of them. I do regret that. I had a nice truggy too that I used to race, and I got rid of that. So just you don't know if you're gonna get back into it or what. But I've been doing so when I got out of the cars, I did do helicopters, and then I got some DJI quads, which I don't really count as a hobby machine, more or less photography. So there you have it. I just need to put a receiver in there and center my servos, and this thing is ready to go. I don't have any extra receivers right now, and I have all my receivers bound up. I have about 15 receivers right now on the two radios, the two Spectrums. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep buying receivers for the Spectrum or get a Futaba. I just know the receivers are so expensive for Futaba, and I really don't ever have problems with the Spectrum. Everybody always talks crap to me because I use them. I don't know why. I've had this one since I used to race, maybe 10 years ago. I don't know how long that's been, but I've had it for a long time. I just got this one not too long ago. I got this in a deal with some trucks, and I really like the way it feels, and I like the way it works. So and for 30 bucks a vehicle, I can put a receiver in here and just bind it to it, and we're good to go. So I'm enjoying that. I like those radios. So then we're done with this. I'm going to throw some tires on here, and I'm going to grab maybe the Jado, finish building off the Jado that I got to put together. I also have, what else here? I've got projects, so we'll stay busy. Got more. So let me grab some tires for this thing, and we'll put this one aside, get this one ready to go out and run this thing. I'm going to put these on-road tires. They're not ideal, but these are nothing that I would race with, and I do plan on racing 1/8 scale buggy this year, so I want to keep some of my good tires just in case. So there goes the Losi 8, and the reason why I had it taken apart is I just wanted to go through and check the diffs. I actually was thinking about converting this to electric for this race season because I wasn't sure if I was going to buy a new buggy, and forgot the muffler, but I wasn't sure I was going to buy a new buggy, so then I was going to convert this to electric and just use this for the season, but it ends up being that I just can't put myself to break apart a nitro vehicle, so I'd rather keep it as a nitro. There is an event that I might attend this year. I hope to attend. It's Elburn Days, and that is the guys from the club go out there and they run the nitro vehicles. Some of them have nitros, so they're going to run nitros out there for a race. I know it's only one event, but I already got the vehicle, so I might as well keep it this way. I remember this thing was awesome on the track. I loved it, and I plan on running it as a nitro again. So then I am going to buy a new electric buggy for the season. Right now we're in lockdown, so I'm not in a hurry, but I'm still trying to decide what I want to buy. But I am narrowing it down to either the probably the Techno is what I'm leaning towards. The Techno EB48.2, I believe, second version out right now. So then I'll be getting that. If not, I was thinking of getting Kyosho just because I have a kind of a nostalgia thing with the brand. I do like their older vehicles, and I'm not sure how their newer ones are. They have the MP9, the E version. So then that was heavy on my list, but it's expensive. It's $700 or whatever, and I don't know if it's worth it. But I do know Kyosho's probably a little tougher to get parts for around here, and that's the only reason why it's kind of holding me back a bit. Alrighty, so that should be it right there. So this is one of my all-time favorite vehicles right here. and we'll be getting it going again this season. So I haven't ran it in a while. I've been running my aftershocks just because I already have them, and I got them all dirty, and I just keep those dirty, just bash the heck out of them. And so I haven't ran this one, but this thing's a beast. It's got the 454 on here. This thing was always a real good, strong engine. We're gonna run this. Yeah, buddy. Let's go rinse that out. All nice and clean. Had some old fuel in there that had turned into oil basically. So it's all cleaned up. Whew. Whoa, that is awesome. I don't think this thing has started in at least 8 years. So that is just awesome, awesome, awesome. Whew. That nitro stings your eyes a little bit, boy. See if the telemetry is working. 78 temperature. Just gonna strap that right there. This truck takes a pack down at the bottom here that you have to screw in. It's kind of a hassle to take it in and out of there. I do have the bracket here, but I don't plan on doing that every time. I don't keep batteries in my trucks because I don't run them often enough. Alrighty, so we're gonna fire this thing up. Again, I haven't run it in a while, so we're gonna tune this engine up.
this thing drives nice. I forgot how nice this thing was. Something's going on with the front steering. I think one of the servo sabers is loose or giving out. But I'm just gonna run this thing. It is running good.